Hey, Homie G Fries. Welcome to It's the ADD Show. And boy, do we have a great show for you guys tonight. And I hope you guys are doing good this morning, noon, or night. And we're going to go from one extreme to the other tonight. So just be prepared. Just be prepared. So, hey, Kat, how are you doing?
Meow. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, yes. Tonight's going to be crazy, right? I feel like it is.
I've already had a crazy hour as it is. It's going to be really crazy. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be so fun.
And crazy.
Yes, and we're going to start off with our friend Ryan Banks in the house. Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. We're in studio today, so that's awesome.
I know. Okay, so if you guys don't know, a couple of weeks ago, the internet went out at the station. So I had to call everybody. I had 3 guests, you, Rife, and then I had technically 4, Valerie and T-Lady. And Tawana, that's her name, Tawana. And we ended up going to 8 Bells Ale House. I called Captain Kirk. Shout out again to 8 Bells Ale House. And I was like, hey, can I do my show from there? Because we don't have any internet. And they were like, okay. So all of y'all came to 8 Bells. We had a great time. And we did it on YouTube Live. But I messed up the settings. And so now we're doing a repeat. So you guys will not find that video out because who knows what I did. So we're starting all over. So thank you for coming again.
No problem. Things happen.
I know. And that was so cool of all of y'all to just go with the flow. That's what happens on the most unprofessional show in radio. Just saying. So today we have Be a Hero merch everywhere. So awesome. And so just tell the Homie G Fries a little bit about yourself.
All right. My name is Ryan Banks. I go by Ryan C. Banks. There's some other Ryan Bankses on the internet and in entertainment, so it kind of helps set me apart. Ryan C. Banks, if you're looking me up online. And I own a company called Prolific.Entertainment. And what I do with Prolific Entertainment is I produce positive, family-friendly entertainment products. And the first product is a team of superheroes called Solo Legion. And Solo Legion is a team of heroes that we've got a video game in development for. We've got a comic book in development. We have a number of things going. And then, as you mentioned, we have the Be a Hero gear. And that is workout gear, tennis shoes, backpacks, gym bags, slides, just inspirational message for everybody to be a hero. And so what I do through Solo Legion is just kind of exemplify the belief system of heroism. It's something I'm developing, a philosophical approach to being a hero. So,
oh, that's all. Okay, so how did you come up with the whole idea of Solo Legion?
Okay, so at 5 years old, I saw Spider-Man on TV for the first time, and that inspired me. So I said, you know what, one day I'm going to create my own superhero. So I go through this long journey, and this isn't my first foray in entertainment. I actually was in poetry and music and self-published a book called Brace Yourself. It's a book of romance poetry. I did some independent music videos, different things. But I knew that I needed to get into this superhero genre and kind of fulfill that passion I had for it and really put, positive heroes out into the entertainment market. And so took a while to kind of come up with the first hero because you think everything is used. Ice is used, fire is used, metal is used, plastic is used. Like every superpower has already been used. So how do you create your own individual, unique character? And so eventually I created a formula for doing it and started with 1 character, ended up with 20, and I've got a few in the works, but the main team is 20 superheroes, and like I said, they're for inspiration. So,
and they're like, when you say Solo Legion, so like they're all like a group.
Yes.
And like on the comics, why can't I think of the name?
X-Men?
Something like that.
Justice League?
Yeah, that's
Super
exactly
Friends?
Justice League.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Yes.
I cannot think of the name. Okay, so yes. So your process for creating your characters comes from you just doing like a lot of research?
Yeah. It requires a lot of research. If you're going to make a metal character, you got to study different metals: titanium, aluminum, liquid metal. For instance, what is their heat melting temperature? Or, you know, what's the ore like made of? Just a lot of different things like that to make an interesting character. If you're going to make a character who's like fire and ice, you want to kind of know how fire and ice work. And it's a lot of research to make sure that the story you write for how they get their abilities is based in some kind of real science. Doesn't have to be truly science, but it's got to be based in some real basic science.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, a lot of research.
That
Also
is cool.
studying like psychology, because you got to also create the personality. So you've got their individual civilian personality, then you've got their hero persona. And you've got to juxtapose those two things. So, yeah.
Okay. And you have a trailer. And Kat, can we play this trailer because we want to check this out before we get more into it, so people can just have an idea of what you're doing. Okay, cool.
A new, exciting team of superheroes has formed in Dallas, Texas. They are called Solo Legion.
I like the music.
Yeah, I had to go with those African drum beats. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Waxadon? Hey, that's my song. Speaking of which, Waxadon will be here June the 11th, Kat. And yes, he will be here performing on June the 11th and at I know the name of the place, in the Cedars. Gosh darn it, it blew my mind. Anyway, he will be here, and guess what? He's gonna give me 4 tickets to give away on the show. No, I freaking know. Like, I know the people. It's a venue downtown. I mean, in the Cedars. Close. No, is it? It's not Dick's Pub. I can't remember. Anyway, Poor David's Pub. I'm like, I've been there. I know what it is. He will be at Poor David's Pub on June the 11th. And so in the next couple of weeks, we are going to give away some tickets. Hey, are we going to give away a shirt tonight?
We are.
Okay, what did the Hummy Fries have to do to win a shirt?
Well, if they want to call in with a 1-sentence question or 1-sentence statement, the best 3 win a shirt.
Y'all better. What's the call-in number, Kat? Oh, I see it right here. 469-708-8609. I never tell anyone to call in, so I'm like, what's the number? Okay. Yes, we never have that, right? But if Trey Dillon were here, the phone would be ringing off the hook. What up, Trey? What up? Okay, so back to you, Ryan.
Can they send in? Is there a way to send in a typed up or texted?
They
question?
can actually text the number. Yeah.
Okay.
If they want to text the number as well, I'll have the phone line open so y'all can either call, preferably call, that way we can hear you. But if you must text, then please, you can text the number.
I did not know that. I thought it was like a landline.
No, I have had lots of weird texts come through.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, so we were talking about like your process for making the characters and everything. And so what is your I'll skip around. What is your definition of a hero? Like how do you define a hero?
So I define a hero as someone who really believes that love is real and someone who altruistically engages in saving other people without expecting immediate recompense. You know, a lot of people will help someone selfishly, but a true hero will help that person without expecting to be immediately rewarded.
Right.
So
I think I'm a hero because I'd be doing stuff. No, I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding.
But no, you are totally a hero. Like
I think you're a hero.
You are.
Thank you.
I mean,
Y'all
look
are
at how
so
many
sweet.
years you've done Christmas in July and, the ADD show-thon, you do that out of the goodness of your heart.
Thank you. Yes, and this year will be the 9th year for Christmas in July. Can y'all believe that?
Same
Wow.
for Heroes United.
So we're like,
I know. We
the same
started.
time.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is why Kat was so excited when she found out who you were. I took a picture of her face. No. Because, like she said, United Heroes. And remember, I was telling you.
Telling me about
Yes,
that. Yeah.
he was. I invited him that day, but he was
wasn't able to make
busy.
it.
Yeah.
A lot of people were. That was like a busy day for a lot of people. It was like April. There was all kinds of games going on and events. So trust me,
It was so awesome, though.
it
Like,
was.
I'm the hat lady. What's his name? The
Which-
crazy one. You
which-
know who I'm talking about. The crazy guy.
Zach.
Yes, Zach.
crazy.
Yes, he's so crazy. When his son was like, "Dad, I won this in a what contest?" I'm like, I was like, "It's okay. Like we just had a hula hoop contest." I was like, "Ooh, y'all are in trouble when y'all get older." Okay, but so maybe you guys should hook up one day
Definitely.
Absolutely.
and collaborate.
And Kat, I don't know if she told you, but we're doing a new event called Be a Hero Day. We're trying to start in June, and it's where families can come and cosplay as whatever heroes they want. And we'll be at like bowling alleys, trampoline parks,
Oh, that's cool.
different parks, different places, and just have photo booths set up, question and answer sessions. And we'll be selling comic books and posters, and
Wow.
we'll start inviting artists and special guests and just make it a family-friendly celebration of heroes. So we can definitely work together.
Yeah,
So
that sounds
That
like
would be
a lot of
so
fun.
cool, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
we're gonna
Talk.
get him to come as Hulk,
Uh-uh.
painted in green, shirtless, with purple shorts on. This guy.
Be Fat Hulk. That's funny.
Oh my gosh. So yes, so we want to come out on the 4th. I'm going to be there.
Okay.
Yes. On the 4th, we're going to come out to wherever you're having your
Okay.
event and let me know so I
Will
can
do.
share it on social media.
Will do.
Yes. And then you have your merch. Let's talk about your merch.
Okay.
What do you have here?
So, starting on this side, first, we have the t-shirt that I ordered for you.
Ooh. No.
This would be your colors,
Thank you.
pink and purple. Thank you.
I'm a hero. Be
You
a
are a
hero.
hero.
Be a hero.
And you know what?
Be a hero.
Like I told you, the best thing about you is your bright personality.
Oh, thank
And
you.
people forget that a positive spirit is a heroic trait.
It is hard.
Absolutely.
Like, so how would you? Thank you so much.
Mhm.
This is so awesome. Thank you. How would you? Okay, what you just said made me think. So,
Okay.
a person with a bright spirit, when they're down and depressed, like, how do you think like people can handle? Like, what are ways that people could make themselves feel better when they try to make everybody else feel better?
Well, honestly, I think to kind of go backwards on that question a little bit, I think a lot of times people feel bad about things they shouldn't feel bad about. And that's where the depression and the discouragement comes in. There's only so much we have control over. And a lot of times people suffer depression because they're blaming themselves for things that weren't in their control, or they're stressing about things in the future that aren't in their control. So I think part of being a positive influence is staying in the moment optimistically, you know, believing that positive things can come out of every moment. There's going to be negatives, just like when we tried to do the interview before. Like I told you, expect attrition. Things are going to happen.
Right.
But we still push forward believing that something positive is going to come out of it. So having a bright spirit is that optimistic spirit, you know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's good. You always give great advice. That's why I asked you. So back
appreciate
to
it.
your merch.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So then right here we have a tumbler that's really cool. It's got a metal straw that you've got, all stainless steel. We got caps, Be a Hero caps, candles, face masks for those of you still wearing face masks. We got mugs, tennis shoes, hoodie, really cool. Got backpacks for the kids, gym bags, got beanies. And then let me circle over here.
Oh, okay.
Got water bottles, stainless steel, slides, women's and men's, obviously. And then we've got, of course, T-shirts like the one Cat got. I'm sorry, not Cat, Robi got. I have to get one for you, though, Cat. I absolutely have to get one for you. And then we've also got ladies' tank tops. Can they see this?
Ooh, see, yeah.
Ladies' tank tops for working out. I'm real big on health and fitness. And then we've got men's rash guard, and this can be worn outside to protect from UV rays. Also wear them in the gym. So got that in a lot of different colors. For those of you who are Batman fans, we got yellow and black.
Cool.
And of course the red and blue. And we've also got the T-shirts in Batman colors as well. So yeah, that's what we've got. We've got more stuff on the store, but this is just kind of a synopsis of what we've got. You know?
Do you have like a actual like whole workout outfit, like with like the pants and the top?
I haven't ordered the shorts yet. I'm still trying to decide if I like the shorts that they offer, but right now, you know, we've got the shirts, and we'll continue to add merchandise.
Yeah.
So yeah, eventually we'll have the full gear. They also have the spandex pants, and I'm gonna have the superhero prints put on those. So we'll have the
that'd be
rash guard
cool.
shirts, muscle shirts with the pants, and you can go as a full hero except the mask. So
Can you do a Beer Hero cat suit? Because
a cat suit. Okay, when you say cat, what do you mean, like a leopard?
no,
Or-
like the one piece spandex all the way. Yeah.
Really? Be a hero like a Black Panther, full
yeah.
black, but with
yeah,
beard?
like Catwoman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Yeah.
We'll work on that for sure.
Yeah, that's what I would rock.
Whip sold separately.
Yeah. And okay, so I just imagine myself wearing the cat suit, right? And in my head, I'm like, and I'm gonna wear a cape. But I know you feel a particular way about a cape, and let us know how you feel about that.
All right, so I have a love-hate relationship with capes. So when I first got into design and heroes, I looked around, and it's like every time you saw a hero, someone just threw on a piece of fabric on their back and flexed, you know, and I'm a hero. And I'm thinking, if your cape doesn't have a functional purpose, what's the point, right? And so I only have two heroes that have capes, and both of their capes actually have a functional purpose. One of them is a character called Typhoon, and his cape literally has like technology that uses his it's telepathic, and so he can save people with this cape like a flying carpet. It's got that kind of technology. And then, oh yeah, that's Typhoon right there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so the cape on his back will detach, and let's say he's flying through the air, somebody falls out of a plane, the cape will detach, fly down, go under them, and then fly them away to safety like a flying carpet. So it's got artificial intelligence built in. And then I've got another character called Plastic the Drastic, and his cape is like fire resistant, and so if someone's in a burning building, he can wrap them in it, and it keeps them from getting burned, and it's got other functionality. So I like capes, but they got to be functional. They can't just be a piece of fabric waving in the wind.
Well, I have a couple of capes, but I do have one cape, and it has lights.
Okay.
And It's really cool.
Why didn't you wear that today?
Because you don't like capes, really.
No, it's functional. If it's got lights, if it's got lights, I'm in.
And so, Kat, you remember Brandon, my youngest son, right? Okay, so one Halloween some years ago, we were at our family's Halloween party, and he came as Superman, right? So he walks up to me, and he goes, it's not the word he used, but I'm going to clean it up. But he's like, my cape trumps your cape. And then he did not know that my cape had lights on it. And then
flip the switch.
Yes. And I took the switch and I was like, doubt it. And he was like, oh. I embarrassed him in front of his friend. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so my cape, the one cape I have, it has lights and we play. It's there to entertain, so it has a function.
Okay, so I have another character that has a cape, but it's actually he's an underground character. So his normal costume is white and black, but when he's burrowing underground, that white and black would stand out. So in the back of his costume, he can pull a little cord, and this cape-like thing will surround him, and it's got a dirt camouflage kind of pattern, so that when he's burrowing underground, he can hide in caves and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a cape-like, but it's functional. So it's a camouflage. It would be Badger Man, the guy at the bottom coming up out of the ground.
I see it in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, so he burrows underground like a badger. I love badgers.
Really?
So I had to have a guy
Why do
named
you
Badger
love
Man.
badgers? Just curious to know.
Because I think it's insane that they can burrow underground and chase prairie dogs. I think it's insane. I think that's insane.
That is insane.
And also, I didn't know another superhero that burrowed underground. And I'm a big nature guy. So I love nature, biology, all that kind of stuff. So
okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Can I ask you who this guy is up here in the top with all the colors?
So that's Laser. So he basically produces bioluminescence out of his body, but each of his colors, each of the lights that he produces has a different power.
That's cool.
I like that character also. It reminds me of a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. And he can also produce what we call a black light. So if he was to shoot that beam in here, it repels light and causes total darkness in the room. So yeah,
that's pretty cool. Yes, and so so you have other characters. Can we pull them up, Kat, so he can let us know what's going on?
So
what character is what?
We've got, is this all 20 of them right here?
Yeah, that's all 20.
Okay, cool.
And that collage was a headache to put together because all those characters are on layers. And one of the things that I had to do is make sure none of the colors were side by side. So it was like a puzzle trying to get all those characters layered in Illustrator. We do different layers, layered, and keeping the colors separate so that they don't blend with each other.
Wow.
Yeah. And keeping just enough spacing between them. So spatial awareness matters.
So this guy's cool.
So that's Amphibian, and he is literally what I would want to be if I were a superhero. So he's if you look on the website, you'll see his actual civilian face resembles mine. His specs are kind of similar to mine, but he's an underwater character. He's the leader of the team, and he's basically if Aquaman had technology and was, let's just say, conceived a little bit differently conceptually, he's what this character would be. So Amphibian's leader of the team. By day, he's a basketball player, professional basketball player, leader of his team, point guard. So he learns over the course of leading his basketball team, he learns leadership, and he uses that leadership to help him lead the team of superheroes. So over the course of his story, he learns to be selfless and to let other people sometimes save the day instead of always having to be the man. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's Diva. She is a criminal defense attorney by day, and then she's this superhero who can bend and flip and has got ninja skills and weapons, and she basically gets her powers from these anacondas that were created by this mad scientist. And that's a whole crazy story. But she gets the ability to constrict, stretch her body, shapeshift from her attack by these anacondas.
Wow.
Yeah. And so she uses those powers to save people.
That's awesome. Next. Oh, that's the logo.
I like Diva.
And that's Frozen Inferno. So Frozen Inferno would be what you would get if you mixed the Human Torch with Iceman. So half of his body shoots out liquid ice and the other shoots out liquid fire. And where the liquid came from is I thought I can't just have him shoot out fire because we've already got that in Human Torch. I can't have him just freeze molecules in the air because we got that in Iceman. So I was in the shower one day, and I always like to let the water just run down my arms, and I would watch the liquid just run off my fingers, and I would do this number, and it hit me. Frozen Inferno, he has liquid come out of these fingers, liquid come out of these, but then they freeze things they touch, and they burn things they touch, the liquids. So that's
dangerous.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you have to go off of like actuality, like realism. How is Inferno able to not melt himself in the middle?
Okay, so technical question. So the way he gets his powers is he gets frozen in this, half of his body's frozen in this chunk of ice, while the other half of his body is being burned by this special liquid.
Okay.
And so it's kind of a crazy story that I can try. But
so the burning chemical is essentially just able to just burn in the same part of his body and not melt the ice.
yeah, and also this chemical doesn't burn human protein.
Oh.
So, like, let's say he's fighting a person. He could burn, if you're being attacked by an alien, he can incinerate the aliens around you without burning you.
Wow.
Same thing with the ice. The ice can freeze things around you solid, but neither one of the chemicals will freeze or burn human protein.
Wow.
But if you're a hybrid or a clone or an alien species or Cyclops or something crazy.
You're incinerated.
Yeah, you are. Absolutely.
That's cool. Okay, next we have... Yeah.
All right, so Metallic.
He's cool looking.
So what inspired me to make Metallic was 3 different characters. One, do you remember Terminator? When he fought the liquid metal guy? I was fascinated by that liquid metal guy. So I said, okay, my guy's got to have liquid metal. So he's able to melt himself, go through pipes, do all kind of stuff. But I also loved Megatron from the Transformers. And I always loved how he could jump up in the air, turn into a plane and fly off. So I said, okay, my guy's got to be able to convert into different types of mechanical things. And then I've always been fascinated by aluminum, because aluminum, you can take aluminum straight out of the oven and it won't burn you. And I was like, this is crazy. So I said, okay, this guy's going to be a mixture of liquid metal, titanium, and aluminum. So that gives him the ability, if you're in a fire, he can wrap around you and increase the aluminum in his body so you don't get burned. If you try to hit him with a baseball bat, he increases the titanium and the bat breaks on him, right? But the liquid metal allows him to go through pipes, and he has this thing where if he memorizes the blueprint of any mechanical thing, vehicle, machinery, he can jump up in the air, split himself into a bunch of individual parts that form the screws, the nuts, the bolts, come back together as whatever that thing is, and that's how he converts to cars and airplanes and whatever mechanical thing he's memorized the blueprint of.
Oh.
So he's got a photographic memory.
Oh,
So if he can memorize the blueprints, all the little components, he can shape his body into those little things that come back together as that thing. So when he runs and jumps up in the air, he splits, comes back together as a plane and flies off.
That's pretty cool. What an imagination you have.
What is this cool guy?
All right, so that's a creature called an octosavage, and because it's got 8 legs, and these creatures are extremely savage. And that is actually, so I think I told you before, I wrote an animated feature film that we'll be shopping next year. We got some of the pre-production done on it, but this is the creature that they fight in the film. So this creature comes to Dallas, and make a long story short, the creatures are trying to flood Dallas and make it their new water world. So my heroes have to fight against this creature, but this is like a giant version of the creature. So they come in like 3 different sizes: small, medium, and mega, like super large. And so this is downtown Dallas. 10 of the heroes are in. I don't know if you can see all 10 in this poster, but there's actually 10 members of the team fighting this creature. And yeah, so it's called an octosavage. And that's Reunion Ball in the background. Do you see that?
I saw that,
Yep.
yes. I was so focused on the character. And then when you said in Dallas, then I was like, what are the buildings? And then I noticed everything.
And
That's
actually,
really
if you can
cool.
pull that poster back up real quick, I'm going to show. So actually in the video game, we use this scene, but without all the the other stuff, and you actually fight monsters. This is like downtown Dallas. You'll end up fighting on this street, and you can climb the buildings and all that. So it's going to be really cool.
That is really, really cool.
That's neat.
He's putting Dallas on the map.
Absolutely.
What?
I'm a Dallas boy.
Yeah.
Born and mostly raised. So
That's awesome. And we've already gone over Typhoon, so he's cool too. He's got his little cape. And then last is Voltage.
Okay, so Voltage is a lady who can produce electricity from her body, like almost unlimited amounts. But the difference between her and most of your electric characters is she can't project it. So she has to use her live wires or her shooters that are on her wrist or some other piece of technology to propel that electricity. And I did that to differentiate her from a lot of other characters that just point and shoot electricity. So she's like, if she punches you, makes contact with you, she can, electrocute you, get a shot. But I didn't want her to be the character that just zaps everything.
Right.
So she's got that limitation. So, and that's one of the things about creating heroes is you have to build limitations into them so they're not overpowered. And there's a lot of characters that I noticed when I researched Marvel and DC, and their heroes. There's some heroes that are so overpowered that they're never relatable. And so I had to build certain limits and certain boundaries into the power sets of these characters. So
okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, and don't forget, you guys, call 469-708-8609 if you guys want to win a cool t-shirt like the one I just got. They're different colors. You have black, red, and pink. Yes. So you guys, don't be shy, because we know you're watching. We can see that you are watching. Yeah, call in. No.
We actually have a caller.
We have a caller.
cool.
But turn your radio down.
Hey, this is Brent. This is Brent. I am from Dallas, Texas. And I'm friends with Mr. Banks, and I didn't know that he's a big fan of Marvel and DC, which I never know of. And that's really interesting is that he likes Transformers, and I like Transformers, so we got something in common.
Okay,
that's cool.
Okay.
So crazy.
Hi, Brent.
So,
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling, Brent.
Hi, I'm glad I'm to call. And it's so funny how you guys are talking about all these characters of your characters about your soul region is really, really interesting in it. And I like how it's almost to my characters lately, because he teaches me how to make my own superheroes. And it's amazing that he's doing a great job of teaching how to make my own superheroes. Because that's like you say, like Marvel and DC, they overpowered, and they can't defeat the bad guys at any turn of level. They can't kill them or they can defeat them. So again, I use them, for example, I use superpowers, I use superheroes as animal type beings. But think about people know about Wildcrafts, they have activate creatures' powers, they have special ability to become a superhero and save the animal that's in danger. So my point of view is that I take my own superheroes, but there's spiritual animals that is about going to be in the big. I started me so much. Sorry about that. I'm nervous.
All right. So, well, can you sum it up in one question or one statement that we can use to put you in the lottery for the prize?
Yes, sir. I got one question. What is your biggest goal after all this is done?
My biggest goal after it's all done. Well, what does after mean? My biggest goal, let's just say, with this team is just to be a positive light in the entertainment space. There's a lot of negativity, and particularly now there's a lot of focus on witchcraft, Satanism, voodoo, demon worship, and I think one of the reasons the suicide rate is so high among teens is because they are pushed towards nihilism and a lot of negativity and a lot of just evil. And they see, just a ton of that in entertainment. So what I want Solo Legion to be and what I want to do in entertainment is really just be that bright light, that family-friendly entertainment brand that people can enjoy, be entertained by, and also learn lessons and values and different things like that. So that's my ultimate goal.
Oh, awesome. How was that answer for you, Brent?
That answer is good. I'm glad that I feel live with you today.
Appreciate it. I
This
think
is my
you're
first
in.
time being on live TV.
I totally think that he should win.
Yeah, he's got to win.
Yes. Brent,
Thank
how
you
are
so
you
much.
watching? Brent.
I watch it on live on YouTube.
Okay, so can you leave a comment so that we can have your information, please?
So actually, is this a good number to call you, Brent? Are we able to get a hold of you with this phone number here that you called?
Yes, ma'am. I hope I don't
Perfect.
get any spam calls, but I will able to hold this number.
Awesome.
Or
Okay.
text me if you want to.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks a lot.
We got your number, okay?
Okay,
Thank you, Brent.
All right, see ya.
Bye. Have a good night. Thanks for
You
watching.
too.
All right,
Thanks.
appreciate it.
Yay, Brent called.
Nice.
I'm feeling like Trey Dillon getting a phone call. What? No. So, okay, so real quick, tell everyone how they can find you.
Okay, the easiest way is to go to my website. It's Prolific.com. And from there, you can go down to the bottom, click on the YouTube icon. You can go to the Instagram. I'm fixing the Facebook. Had a little issue with it. It'll be back up. And yeah, that's the easiest way, Prolific.com.
Yes, and I totally want you to come back because we have a lot of things to discuss
Absolutely.
in the future. And thank you so much. And you know what? I thought of our guest from last week, Sonia.
Yes.
Wouldn't this be cute on Sonia? Kat?
Yes.
Oh, it would.
Yes.
But I think it would be cute on me, too.
It would be cute on you, of course.
Do you want one of those? If you want one, I'll order you one.
Oh my gosh, I would love one. I love going to the gym, and now that it's summer, I need a gym tank top.
Okay.
So, I would wear it to the gym like at least 4 times a week.
Absolutely.
I would have to wash it in between, but
Well, of course. So if you want, go onto the store online, pick out which one you want, which color, because there's, I think, 10 different variations, and then whichever one you want, and then what size you want, and I'll order it for you.
oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't he awesome?
Very.
Yes. Can we tell everyone how we met? We don't have
I'd
to.
prefer not to.
Okay.
I'd prefer
And
not
for
to.
all you people with naughty minds, it's not a bad thing.
It was not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Well, maybe next time we'll go into that.
Okay.
Next time we'll go into it, because there's
I will not have an audience again. No.
no.
No. Okay. So next time, you guys had to keep watching.
Yeah. Next
I
time
love
we'll go
it.
into that story,
Keep 'em
because there's more to
hooked
it than just a brief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you.
But it
so
did
much.
involve the hat, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, it did involve it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
This hat.
funny.
Hi. No. I'm the hat lady, dubbed by Zach's son. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much for the show.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Brent, for calling in. That was awesome. I don't know what it's like to get a call because, I'm not Trey Dillon. Okay, but y'all know I got love for Trey Dillon, please. That is my boy. Okay, so we're going to get out of here and we're going to play some Christy Lux. Y'all know she's from Dallas and another Dallas.
Okay.
Future legend like you also. And like Trey. And no, I'm just messing with it. I'm excited to see Trey, you guys. I haven't seen him in a while, so I got to mess with him. Okay, so you guys check out Christy Lux. Like I mentioned last week, she is the next Selena that I say. No one's telling me to say this. I'm just saying this. Y'all check her out. She's so freaking awesome down. She's like a hero for real, though. She's so sweet, and y'all would not even think she was sweet if you looked at her. She's so beautiful and everything, but you would think, but she's the sweetest person ever. So we're going to get out of here with Ryan Banks, and thank you again. And we're going to play Christy Lux, and then we're going to come back with something. So all the fans of Ryan right here, you guys are not gonna probably want to see who's coming up next. But if y'all stay, y'all are welcome to stay. But I'm warning you, it's not gonna be. It's so opposite of right. I'm just saying. So I don't want to offend anyone. Not safe for work coming up next.
Thanks, everybody.